Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairy Muppet. Welcome to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. And we've got a very, very special game for you today. We've actually got, let's introduce our players first, because that is what's going to be special about it. So up the top right side of the map, we do have SuperNova. He is from South Korea. He plays for the Azubu team, AZUBU. I'm still not quite sure what it stands for, but I'm sure it stands for something awesome. And he is currently number 49 on the WCS with 1,075 points. So a very, very strong Terran player right here. And down at the bottom left side of the map, we have SoulKey. And he is also from South Korea. He plays for the team Woongjin Stars. I think I'm saying that correctly. And he is number 1 on the WCS. That is right. We have the number 1 player in the entire world, according to WCS, in this replay. And I gotta tell you, I mean, 6,250 points. I am amazed that I have not found a replay of this guy yet, because according to the WCS, is the best player in the world. So we're just going to be, actually I'm going to pull up the list very quickly, the list of all of the players and their ranks. So we've seen a few other players right at the top. We've seen Polt, of course. We do a lot of Polt, who's number 4. Jaedong, we do a lot of him, and he's number 3. Innovation, we did a few of him. And he's number 2, so we've definitely seen a couple of him. But SoulKey, this is the first game we've actually cast of SoulKey, the number 1 player. And man, oh man, oh man, he's just been getting tons of stuff going all over the place. And I think he got silver in the season finals for season 3. I think he got bronze in the season finals for season 1. And he won the Premier League for season 1. I think that's what the chart I'm looking at says. So it's just sort of spread over. He's done a lot of very, very good stuff. And that has enabled him to be number 1. Just 150 points ahead of Innovations, who is number 2. So very, very nice job. And I mean, look at the length of this video. You know this is going to be a very, very awesome game. So let's get stuck into it right the hell now. And yeah, not much else to talk about, I guess. We've got a hatch first coming down from SoulKey. He's going to be starting to mine. Oh, he's got to concentrate on that, because otherwise that work is going to go all the way over the wrong way. But whatever, we do have a Reaper coming out. The Queens are starting, but he does have 6 Lings coming out. A lot of Zerg players, we will see at this point, building 4 Lings to try and keep that Reaper away. SoulKey choosing to build 6. I suppose that's not a bad idea. He can always use the Lings later on, although he does have to be careful to not to engage unless he's on creep, because if he engages outside creep, oh, Mr. Reaper, you almost killed that drone. That drone would be like 1 hit off death. But he's going to be going down here, seeing if there's any more Lings he can possibly hit. The Lings chasing him down. This Reaper is doing a phenomenal job getting in there, hitting drones, staying away from the Lings, but turning around and kiting them as soon as he has the opportunity. And another opportunity here, but the worker's going past too fast, manages to get out of there. And another Reaper going to be chasing some Lings down who are just scouting around on the map. So another great job here by these Reapers. They're really taking control of the field. And SoulKey is very much defensively playing against those Reapers. He's not really controlling the map. The Reapers are definitely controlling the map. So yeah, and then SuperNova is not being shy about getting an expansion either. He got that one out very, very fast. And obviously the Reapers giving him all that control. But the Reapers have backed off now, and SoulKey is going to start shifting into a ton of stuff right now. Have a look at the income. He's currently 9 workers ahead, which is a very, very decent amount of workers to be ahead at the 6-minute mark. So he's really been going nuts on workers since he got out those few Lings for defending against the Reapers. He's been getting out a bunch of creep already, which is nice to see. He's got a bunch of Queens. He's got a Roach Warren coming out. So it looks like we're going to be seeing some very, very heavy Roach play in the next 5 minutes or so. Reapers coming out. They were worried about a little bit of Lings, and the Lings could definitely... Actually, I want to see... God damn it, selected. I want to see if the camera can actually follow them, if you can actually keep up with the Lings. Sort of does. Whoa. The one I was following just got wasted. So, these Lings just going around for a bit of scout, not really going to see it. SuperNova actually going for the Infernal Pre-Igniters upgrade for his Hellions. Not a good idea at all. SuperNova has no idea, but his Hellions are going to be completely ineffectual. Although he may be thinking about Hellbats with his armory coming out, and with a so he could be thinking about Hellbat drops, which is going to be alright. Obviously Hellbat drops will do better if they're anti-roaches, but Hellbats can still hold their own against a small amount of roaches, so yeah, I feel like it's not going to be completely screwed. I feel like, you know, he's just because there are roaches on the field doesn't mean that Hellion drops are going to completely fail. I feel like they'll still do a little bit of stuff. Ling's coming in here, but there's enough Marines. Oh, you SuperNova, man. Incidental friendly fire damage on the SCV by trying to kill the Ling. That was not good. Not good at all. That was not the Ling who killed the SCV. That was the tank that killed the SCV. So, cannot be happy about that. But here come the roaches suddenly. And this command center, he's going to have to give this up because he cannot possibly hope to keep this many roaches away. I don't think he's got the forces he needs. Although, with the Hellbats, maybe. Oh, blue flame from the Hellbats. That's a lot of damage. But I feel like this is still going to have to be cancelled. It's just too close to being lost here. The roach is going to move around. No, actually managing to save it. Actually managing to save it at the last second. And these guys, with the Infernal Pre-Igniter, really do actually do a lot of damage to the roaches. I'm quite surprised how good the Hellions are versus the roaches. The Hellbats, sorry, versus the roaches. With that blue flame, they're just completely owning them. And you got to remember that adds bonus damage to light units, and the roaches are not light units. So very interesting, but through all of that, SuperNova manages to get his third base up, manages to keep it going, and now he's going to be pushing straight into the natural expansion, dropping off a couple of Hellbats, and they're going to be roasting quite a lot of stuff. They're currently roasting an extractor though, which I feel like their flames could be better used on other targets. Yeah, there we go. He's finally going to start moving them away. Oh, the drones came back and then they were just about to get roasted, but not quite. And this guy, yeah, he's kind of screwed. But the main army for SuperNova, so this was half a worker attack and half a distraction, and now the main army is coming in. 4 Hellbats and a whole bunch of Triple M is going to be quite scary. But Bailing's on the field and Bailing's on the creep. They don't have the Bailing speed upgrade, but they're still going to be quite fast. And all of these forces are going to have to run for it because, yeah, just so many Marines were lost there. We have a look. Oh, 8 Marines, 2 Marauders, 5 Hellbats lost so far. So that's quite a decent loss. He saved half of his units at least. And all SoulKey's really lost so far is Lings and a few workers from the Hellbats coming in over there. So that's probably alright. It's probably fine. Still got this siege tank. Hopefully he won't get very trigger happy and go for these guys. He really should start repairing this base, because this base is so wide open to Zerg that, I mean, you could almost just roll Bailings in there and just wipe it out if you really wanted to, because it's, I mean, half health is just not good, so you really should repair that. But he's actually going nuts after these Reapers, man. The Lings want to kill the Reapers like you would not believe. So yeah, here comes the attack though. Going to be attempting, but no, he sees the forces and SoulKey decides not to go for it. But he's going completely insane actually. Did I see 2 hatcheries being built? Yeah, there's a macro hatchery going down here as well as their 4th base. SoulKey definitely pushing out the economy. It's 12 workers ahead, which is a nice lead, but definitely SuperNova is not slacking off on the workers. 3 bases, 63 workers. He's doing a very good job. What the hell? There's another Hellbat drop going down here. And continuing to kill the workers. That's another 2 workers that have gone down for SoulKey, so not very good. But he's getting a crap load of stuff actually. He's gone completely insane. He's getting 2-2 ground attack and defense. He's getting 1 attack on his muters. He's got muters coming out, and muters will definitely give him the range to be able to better defend this very early 4th base, which he has got. But will it be able to really start knocking out this base? Because this base is going completely insane. He's got a missile turret over there. Could probably do with another one, but he does have a bunker here. So he has got more missile turrets over there. So I feel like I feel like SuperNova is definitely not taking the mutas for granted. He's got a ton of missile turrets, and I feel like he should be quite fine. Although this tank may be a little bit open, but whatever, yeah, it should be fine. There we go. I don't know what was in here. I think a bunch of banelings and stuff like that. And here it comes, and suddenly SuperNova sees the huge force, and he backs off, but that was just a feint to get these guys to run into the Widow Mines, which you would love to see these guys run into the Widow Mines. There we go. A couple of lings. Oh, going for the banelings, not really too much. And SoulKey, very nice play. He must have known there were Widow Mines there, so he did not move his forces in. The mutas going in there, taking some hits to kill the Hellbats. Very, very nice job. He didn't lose too many mutas, and he killed a ton of Hellbats. So one muta going down so far, and the Hellbat death count is 12. So very, very nice job. And he knows that Hellbats are going to be incredibly bad for the rest of his forces. So here we go. There's a little bit of a force there, trying to pull them back. The mutas, oh, all of those banelings went down. No mutas went down, but a whole ton of banelings just got taken out. So great Widow Mine hit. Meanwhile though, SoulKey thinking about sending banelings in on this side of the map. So he's not just being defensively minded, he's going to be offensively minded at the same time. But SuperNova really, really starting to push in here. He's got a ton of Widow Mines, so he's definitely got something to deal with the mutas. Sending a couple of lings in there, hoping to trigger off the Widow Mines. Did not happen. Here come the banelings though, taking off a few workers. Most of them getting away, but they're stopping. Do not stop. Oh man, right at the end. There's like corpses of like 6 or 7 workers in there. That is horrible. They should not have stopped running, but unfortunately they did. And man, just trying to lead them into the Widow Mines, but SoulKey, what a play. He's hiding banelings under the mutas. I didn't even see it there. There were banelings and they hit the Marines, and I didn't see them because they were hidden under the mutas. That is crazy, and if I can't see them, that means SuperNova can't see them. And wow, what a great play. What a great play by SoulKey right there. Something we have definitely not seen before, but which is just so effective. Actually really, really pushing out the Widow Mines here. That may be a little bit too much. Oh, he took out a lot of banelings though, but the Widow Mine did lose itself, so not good. And here we go, the main force thinking about pushing in, but no, a few banelings going to be coming up, forcing him back once again. He can not hope to stim and kite to the banelings when he is on creep. So he's got to get off the creep to do that. Or a lot of, all those Marines are low health because of the Widow Mine splash damage from hitting that baneling. So he saved the Marines, but he kind of hit them at the same time. But look at the reinforcements, man. One of the strengths of Terran play is their ability to just pump out so many reinforcements constantly. Constantly producing this much stuff is just absolutely insane. And SoulKey getting up his banelings is a 2-step process. It takes quite a bit longer, so you've definitely got to be thinking ahead if you want to get the forces up. But SoulKey has the forces up here now. The Marines are way out, away from the banelings, and the mutas are free to hit the front side of the army. They did not get that many medevacs, but I feel like they took out quite a few marauders there. But SuperNova is not going to be given up, and meanwhile a bunch more lings is going to be shifting into baneling mode once again. And this attack on both sides of the map is just absolutely insane. The banelings, what a great Widow Mine hit there, just took out 5 or 6 banelings at once, and the Marines feel like they can start to push in, but he just does not have what it takes to really make it work. And he just gets enough reinforcements to keep going, but then another shift of banelings comes out. He loses a crap load more Marines, and everything just goes to crap again. The banelings coming in there, and that was a beautiful hit. Really, really beautiful. We have a look at units lost. Man, that is 29 workers lost versus 8 drones lost. Insane. Those baneling attacks on the right-hand side have just been so good, and SuperNova cannot deal with them. This is the difference between the extremely good player and the best player in the world. The extremely good player can constantly reinforce this army and move in and deal with the banelings and set up Widow Mines and constantly go back and forth and put the pressure. SoulKey, the best player in the world, can do all that, and he can do baneling attacks over on the other side of the map at the same time. The APM to conquer all that has got to be extremely insensitive, but man, the muta's actually out of position here, and SuperNova almost got a push in there. Almost did some very nice stuff. They got rid of the extractor there, and they're pushing in again, and SoulKey somehow has not got the reinforcements he needs. And these mutas are forced to go in and start to attack the Marines. That is not a good decision at all. He still didn't lose any mutas, but just did not quite have the bailing numbers built up. So he's starting to slip just a little bit with his bailing reinforcements. And SuperNova saw the advantage, went in there and took it. Didn't kill many workers, but he killed the hatchery right there. So yeah, it's still only 8 to 30 workers lost there. But if we have a look here, wow, look at this. SoulKey has lost a ton of stuff right there. That is resources lost, 4,000 more. And that is not good, man, because that means overall SuperNova has been more efficient with his army. I mean, SoulKey keeping the mutas alive, but so many lings, so many banelings lost in there, and it's just completely crazy. Just those banelings constantly going in. Banelings cost quite a bit of gas, so going in there and not really doing much. Oh, what a hit. What a hit. You almost wouldn't want that to hit there because, yeah, now SoulKey knows there is a Widow Mine there. So he's going to ship an Overseer over there and take this out. And you've got to remember, hatcheries, building hatcheries is something you schedule up for half a second and then you ignore. You say, all right, build a hatchery over there, and then you ignore it. And I mean, master level players, obviously, they can sort of keep an eye on it. But most players, they don't know that something's gone wrong for maybe another couple of minutes. They come back and they're like, oh, where's my hatchery? I was supposed to have built it. It's not there anymore. So that Widow Mine staying there could have delayed that hatchery by potentially 2-3 minutes. Maybe not as long as that, but at least 30-40 seconds or something like that. Because it's not just you're watching that hatchery and you're like, oh god, it's actually been blown up. I better send a drone out there straight away or a force. Sometimes it takes a while. It's not something that you keep your eye on 24/7. Oh, look at this. We got these guys. Another drop going down here. A lot of workers dying from there. This fourth base is going to go down. SoulKey totally out of position for keeping this base alive. And maybe he was expecting that SuperNova wouldn't see that anytime soon, but SuperNova definitely did see that. What do we got over here? A few banelings just hanging out, waiting for some action to happen. And SoulKey's workers have been cut down a little bit, just a little bit. He's still overwhelmingly in the lead, and the muta's going to be flanking these guys. Not too many Marines in this army. They're actually just going to run because they got no hope. Where are all the Marines? There they are. Going to be pushing the mutas back. There was a mainly Marauder force, which took out that base. Oh, look at the Widow Mine. Oh, he's pushing himself a little bit too hard, though. Should have burrowed out there a bit, but what can you do? Looks like these banelings went in for an attack. Maybe didn't really kill any workers. Looks like the bunker has been doing a great job at stopping them. So good stuff for there. But there we go. SuperNova getting his fourth base down. And SoulKey getting his fourth base down. I do realize I was on the wrong side of the map for each of those players, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So there we go. The muta swarm is just so huge right now. 32 mutas. Not to be underestimated. But, of course, they will die very, very quickly by any sort of Marine push. And the missile turret's quite out there. Oh, it looks like banelings coming in, but they are going to die all over the place. Although, the bunker almost going down. Repair. Is he going to... Yes, he's repairing it. Here we go. The muta's coming in. And SoulKey a bit out of... SuperNova a bit out of position here. He's going to be losing a bunch of workers. That's 4 that's go down so far. The command center goes down as well. This base was almost tapped anyways, just got about 1,500 gas left in it. So I do not know if he'll even bother to redo that. Oh, workers going down here as well. I mean, SoulKey just doing a great job with the muta harass. Doing a lot of good work, but we've also got a bit of a drop here. And they're going to be killing a bunch of stuff as well. Slowly whittling down that worker number. Of course, the worker number goes down just to build stuff as well. And he decides, you know what, I can just... to and fro all over the place. Oh, the Thor comes out just at the right time. Just as the factory was collapsing, the Thor came out. And this is going to be SuperNova's answer to the massive muta cloud, because yeah, the Marines can just not get within range of those guys. Oh, look at these guys, man. They tried to make something happen. It did not quite work with the Widow Mine. Oh, killing a whole bunch of them. Look at this Ling, man. That one Ling, all of the Lings in front of it got killed, but he was fine. So how about that? So you do have one Thor coming out with 1 armor, 0 weapons, but this should still be fine. And with a couple of Thors, if these guys get within range, man, they're just going to start taking all sorts of damage. But here comes the 5th base. for SoulKey. Here comes the 4th base. Well, the 4th base is already up for SuperNova. Has been for some time. Oh, these banelings. Oh, these banelings. Is he going to run over them? It looks like he is. Is SoulKey going to raise them up? He does. Oh, what a hit. What a hit. 7 or 8 Marines dying there to that underground baneling. And, man, they were all Marines as well. There was... Oh, he actually picked that up, I think, to save it. He picked that Thor up to save it. So, great option there. Widowmine's being taken out. And the Muta's just going around willy-nilly. But look at this nice little force. Going to be forcing the cancel on this. Yeah, there we go. Cancelled base. And these Muta's going to come back to try and save it. But you're leaving... Is he leaving himself open? He's got a ton of banelings over here with Infestor support. So some nice fungals going down here. Could be quite massive. But SuperNova definitely thinking about taking this base out. There we go. Moving down. SoulKey sees it at the last second, decides not to move in on SuperNova's 4th base, decides to go down here and instead try and defend. Here we go, Stim Marauders coming in, but they're being a little bit skittish, and rightly so, because there are so many lings and there is creep everywhere. Widowmine's coming down, not really getting some really nice shots off. The Muta's almost in range of the Widowmines, but not quite, and here comes the Marauders. They are going to get fungal down, and now they're going to get wiped out, but the rest of the force thinking about coming in, but there's just too many Mutas on the ground. The Thor getting a lot of very, very nice attacks off on this main army. And the Mutas getting Widowmine hit a couple of times. They are looking quite bad. They're going to have to back off. And I think that is going to buy SuperNova just enough time to get that hatchery down, which he does. So SuperNova making some insane plays right here. Making them work. And SoulKey for all of his insane army. Just not quite... Oh, look at the medevacs. Man, SoulKey was not falling for that. The medevacs banked, and SuperNova's like, yeah, there's a Widowmine over there. I'm not following them. Here we go. Marines going nuts, though, and SoulKey thought about making a hit of it, but just too many Marine reinforcements came out, and that has got to be quite bad. These are changelings over here, so not actual forces. And the Mutas are starting to get knocked down a bit. They're down to 16. There's a total of 34 Mutalists lost. That is an insane amount of Mutas lost for any sort of game. And would you look at this right here, ladies and gentlemen? SoulKey is mineral starved like you would not believe. Out of minerals, out of minerals, out of minerals. This is the only base with minerals, and there's no hatchery there. SoulKey, what are you doing? You are going to die if you do not get some minerals soon. And yeah, SuperNova, he's doing alright. His income is not really high. You can get up to 2,000 with mules and stuff like that, but he's doing alright. He's mining off basically one base only. The other bases have pretty much just all run out of minerals. So it's basically one base, but that's still better than 0 bases, which is what SoulKey's mining off currently. So yeah, SoulKey knows he needs to do something here. He's managed to get one Ultra out, but I don't know, he's just buying time. His Mutas are buying time to get that hatchery back up, because once that hatchery gets back up, he is going to be mining all over the place. Then he can afford a second hatchery over here, and then he can start to get his macro going. But SuperNova deciding to move in here, getting a ton of fungals for his trouble. So not good, but he is going to be attacking the infestors actually. Oh, scanning and 2 infestors going down. That's very, very nice. Managing to heal up a lot of these guys with his massive amount of medevacs, and keeping these guys so well alive, although he has lost 17 of them, so maybe I should not be speaking too soon. And here we go. This is potentially going to be it. If SuperNova can defeat this hatchery, SoulKey is dead. I do not think he can come back from losing this hatchery again. It's all going to come down to here, and look at this. SoulKey has everything. He's got the Mutas over there. He has to hold this hatchery right now. If he does not hold this hatchery, game over. Just game over, dude. And the Baneling's getting taken out by the Widowmine hit. Beautiful stuff. SuperNova knows how devastating taking this hatchery is going to be. So he's pushing in. He's just moving in a little bit, getting some damage on the hatchery. He pushes back when he needs to. He's got tons of reinforcements, and he's pushing back a little bit further. He needs more Widowmine support closer to the center, but he's definitely got Widowmine support back here, and the base is going down so fast. And SoulKey just... He's got Banelings, but they're not doing as much as he can, and the Ultra, man, is just one Ultra versus all these guys is just not enough. Although the Queen's healing the Ultra, doing a pretty good job. We've got the Mutas taking out reinforcing medevacs. taking out reinforcements all over the place. These guys are going to be grouping up now. They're going to continue to push on. These guys pushing on forward. The Ultra is not going down. He's being healed so well by all of these queens. And SoulKey, every second he keeps this base alive, he gets more income. He's going to be another second closer to finishing it. But SuperNova's just getting some Widow Mines in there nice and close. Going to help the support quite a lot. The Ultra's going nuts. He does have an overseas, getting some fungals out. But again, SuperNova just has too much. And SoulKey does not want to lose all these defenses. He cannot afford to lose all these defenses by just running straight in. But this is what he's going to be doing, running straight in. He's got the mutas in there as well. Almost no Marines left, but the few Marines that are left are going to be enough to push the mutas again, once again. And the Marauders, I don't know if there's anything left to push these Marauders away. I think they might just be able to go in, just finish this base off. There is no way that SuperNova is going to leave this base alive right now. I think he's lost almost all of his Marines. Just Marauders left, but they're all going to be attacking the hatchery. It's so close to death, but the Marauders are getting owned by the mutas right now. There are only 3 Marauders left, having to retreat. Reinforcements coming in, but there's not a lot, and the hatchery survives with 173 health. My God, have you ever seen anything as close as that battle right there? And I mean, SoulKey fighting for his very survival with that hatchery right now, but it is not over. SuperNova pushing in with the reinforcements. The hatchery goes down, and that is it. He's down to 43 minerals, choosing not to build another hatchery somewhere else. He's going to be long distance mining for the longest time, and he's got the worker advantage, but no, he's got to give the GG. Wow. Oh man, what a battle. What a battle. That was completely insane. One of the craziest battles. And that was right on the turning point as well. SuperNova knew he had to take it out. SoulKey knew he had to save it. The entire game centered around that one hatchery. And in the end, SuperNova, man, what a player. What a player, I gotta say. That crazy play, man. I mean, SoulKey, for the longest time, sending the Banelings into this side of the map, keeping this base alive. He was proving he was #1, but eventually, SoulKey just did such a good job. Sorry, SuperNova did such a good job managing to take out the hatcheries. He managed to take out this one. He managed to take out this one a couple of times. He managed to keep his own bases alive. I mean, granted, he lost this one when it was almost mined out, but he kept this one alive. He kept this one alive, and he pushed in. It was so close. This is the most insane to and fro I've ever seen. But eventually, SuperNova did win it and managed to make it work. So there we go, man. Just, oh, it's so awesome. It's so awesome. Alright, we're going to finish now. That was one of the craziest games I've ever seen, and I'm so glad I casted it because, yeah, now you guys can watch it. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching this game. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm almost certain you will have. And please subscribe if you like these sort of games, man, because I always cast the best ones that I can find. And oh, I hope we see more of these players soon. Definitely SoulKey, I'll try and find a couple more from him. SuperNova is definitely on my radar as well. He is such an awesome player. So there we go. Catch you guys later. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.